After an anxious night's wait in Westminster, by dawn it was clear Scotland would stay in the UK. But politics has changed for good. The referendum was a wake-up call to politicians of all parties. David Cameron admitted to sleepless nights, and after the panic of recent days, relief.
The people of Scotland have spoken, and it is a clear result. They have kept our country of four nations together. And like millions of other people, I am delighted. As I said during the campaign, it would have broken my heart to see our United Kingdom come to an end.
In the final days of the referendum, the three main party leaders promised more devolution if Scotland voted no. So what happens next? They've said Westminster will give extensive new powers to Scotland over tax and spending. They've also said Scotland will continue to get extra funding from Westminster. Only the timetable for devolving more powers has been agreed, not the measures themselves. The first plans will be produced by the end of October. A draft Scotland bill will be published by the 25th of January 2015. But the new law won't be passed until sometime after the general election.
Me, like many people during the campaign, seriously struggled to understand what additional powers are really on the table for the No campaign, and I think the onus is really on them now to come up with a substantial package, because there's no doubt that what we've seen in the result tonight is a strong appetite for that.
The last-minute promise to give more powers to Scotland has uncorked huge constitutional questions for the United Kingdom, and change seems inevitable. Some MPs have said there should be an English Parliament now too, and there have already been demands to stop MPs from Scotland voting on laws that only affect England. And this morning David Cameron said there would be a deal for England too.
The question of English votes for English laws, the so-called West Lothian question, requires a decisive answer. So just as Scotland will vote separately in the Scottish Parliament on their issues of tax, spending and welfare, so too England, as well as Wales and Northern Ireland, should be able to vote on these issues. And all this must take place in tandem with and at the same pace as the settlement for Scotland.
And he had backing from some Tory MPs.
This referendum result has not settled the future of the United Kingdom. It's opened up a whole lot of questions that have been bubbling away for a while but now have to be settled.
And on this, the main parties all agreed.
Across England, across Wales, across the whole of the United Kingdom, devolution is not just a good idea for Scotland and Wales, it is a good idea for England and indeed for Northern Ireland, as it already is too.
But this morning, the former Environment Secretary Owen Paterson condemned what he called the very rash promises made in the last days of the campaign and said Parliament should be recalled. The referendum is over. The arguments over how Britain should be governed have just begun. Ben Wright, BBC News, Westminster.